Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to totally shatter a very common illusion. We're diving into industrial-scale intelligence, the hidden infrastructure of modern AI. Honestly, get ready, because the reality of what's actually powering your favorite AI tools right now, it is totally mind-bending, and we're going to break the whole thing down together.
Think about your daily routine for a second. What actually happens when you send an AI prompt? You open a chat window, you type a quick question, and boom, a magical answer appears almost instantly. From the outside, it feels, well, surprisingly almost deceptively simple, right? But as you're about to see, this smooth interface is really just a polished window, and it's hiding an enormous, invisible world of industrial machinery. It's basically a massive iceberg effect. On one side, we've got the visible UI. The chat windows, the voice assistants, the image generators. That is literally just the tip of the iceberg. But look beneath the surface. We're talking massive GPU clusters, deep memory layers, distributed inference fabrics. Modern AI isn't just one standalone smart model sitting on a server somewhere. It is powered by these massive, continuously running operational ecosystems working furiously out of sight.
To really understand how this all works, we're going to take a quick factory tour of this architecture. We'll start with the illusion of simplicity, then head into the engine room with inference and orchestration. After that, we'll look at the external brain and memory and semantic layers. Meet the digital workforce of AI agents. Check the nervous system and networking and observability. And finally, wrap up with the new industrial revolution.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1. Inference and Orchestration Engines, the engine room.
Welcome to the invisible factory floor. This is what activates in the literal millisecond after you hit enter. And the sheer speed happening here is, well, it's truly breathtaking. The second you click send, the system immediately executes request routing and authentication. Then, instantly, it fires off to GPU scheduling and memory allocation, literally figuring out exactly which physical processors around the globe have the capacity for your prompt right then. Next comes the KV cache, which is essentially the AI's short-term memory, and response validation. Keep in mind, millions of users are generating complex requests at the exact same time, and these physical machines are dynamically routing and managing all of them in mere milliseconds. It's crazy. So, what exactly is AI orchestration infrastructure? Basically, these are the unsung heroes. They're the systems dynamically deciding where requests should run, which GPUs process them, and how workloads batch efficiently. Because honestly, a standalone AI model, no matter how brilliantly trained it is practically nothing without these invisible traffic controllers. They're what makes sure everything flows smoothly without the whole system just grinding to a halt.
Moving right along to Part 2. Memory and Semantic Layers, the external brain. Okay, here is a crucial secret about the AI you use every day. Large language models are brilliant, sure, but they are inherently forgetful. To actually function effectively, they need this hidden memory layer. We're talking specialized tools like vector databases and knowledge graphs that mathematically map out concepts and provide historical continuity. Without them, your AI basically has amnesia every single time you talk to it, but with them, it gains true operational intelligence.
This separation reveals a really fascinating shift in how enterprise AI is built today. We're looking at highly composable architectures. On one side, you have the model itself, and that handles the dynamic reasoning, the raw thinking, if you will. But on the other side, external systems handle the retrieval and continuity, the remembering. Engineers are intentionally separating reasoning and memory, and doing that creates a much more powerful, scalable, and flexible digital mind.
All right, Part 3. AI agents and tool ecosystems, the digital workforce.
You have to realize, AI is no longer just a single, isolated entity. Imagine that instead of one brain, you've got a highly synchronized team where everybody has a very specific job. Within these distributed agent ecosystems, one agent might be dedicated purely to retrieving knowledge, while another entirely validates compliance. A third agent coordinates the workflows, a fourth executes infrastructure actions, and yet another is constantly monitoring operations for errors. This dynamic, multi-agent coordination, it's exactly what transforms AI from just a simple chat interface into a massive operational coordinator that actually gets real work done.
And in the real world of enterprise infrastructure, these AI connections, plugging into databases, cloud platforms, developer tools, they translate directly into enterprise actions.
AI systems are plugging straight into financial systems, security infrastructure, and operational workflows. They aren't just passive interfaces sitting on a desktop anymore. They function as central operational hubs, literally running the modern enterprise.
Which brings us to part 4, networking and system observability, the nervous system. So getting all these agents, GPUs, retrieval tools, and memory states to constantly talk to each other, that requires an overwhelming volume of internal communication. So let me pose a question to you. Suppose an AI workflow fails. A prompt gives you a broken response. Why did it happen? When you have this massive amount of complex machine-to-machine traffic moving constantly across the internet, actually finding that broken link becomes an enormous, incredibly frustrating debugging challenge for the engineers.
I mean, just look at these potential failure points. Was the semantic retrieval incorrect? Did the memory contain stale context? Or wait, did the orchestration routing fail? Did one specific agent hallucinate? Was there GPU latency on a server halfway around the world? Was it a broken tool execution? The list is absolutely huge. Without strict automated oversight, modern AI workflows quickly become a tangled mess, and they are completely operationally unmanageable. The ultimate solution to that crisis is observability. These are the foundational diagnostic layers, things like agent tracing, workflow replay, memory lineage. These are strictly required to manage these complex AI systems. If a business actually wants reliable AI, observability is not just some nice-to-have dashboard. It's an absolutely mandatory layer of infrastructure that literally keeps the whole factory from burning down.
Finally, Part 5. The New Industrial Revolution. Civilization-Scale Infrastructure.
Let's zoom out to the big picture for a second. If we look back through history, step 1 was the Industrial Revolution, right? And that depended heavily on physical factories and logistics. Step 2 was the Internet Revolution, depending on clouds and global communication networks. Today, step 3 is the AI revolution. But as we've just seen, it's not just about clever algorithms anymore. It increasingly depends on GPU fabrics, semantic infrastructure, and massive intelligence coordination platforms. AI-native clouds are fundamentally transforming the entire global digital economy. So the ultimate takeaway is this. The future winners in AI won't just build the best interfaces, they are going to build the best invisible infrastructure systems. Having a smart model is great, sure, but historically, the ultimate economic power of any technology relies entirely on operational reliability, distributed coordination, and the heavy-duty, invisible infrastructure that keeps the whole thing running 24/7. And that leaves us with this final, honestly rather staggering thought. Most of the modern AI world operates entirely inside hidden layers that nobody ever sees. So, the next time you open up a simple chat window to ask a quick question, I want you to think about the incredible, invisible scale powering that deceptively simple prompt. Are we just interacting with a piece of software, or are we plugging into the most complex operational machine civilization has ever built? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.